Welcome to Rebel Chaser. My name is Gail, and I've got a video for you from Judge Chisholm in Michigan. And this lady caused all kinds of mayhem. She even made the news. I'll let you guys watch to see why.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. And this is a swear to?
This is.
The file is 25-01843, the people of the state of Michigan versus Katrina Deanne Renee Patterson. And please, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
I think Your Honor, just need to fix one point here. All right, and good morning, Your Honor. Detective Rougeau for the Royal Oak Police Department. On November 9th, 2025, at approximately 12:40 a.m., officers Plitz and Patron, both in full police uniform and operating a fully marked patrol vehicle, were dispatched to the area of 4th and Center Streets within the city of Royal Oak, Michigan, County of Oakland. A citizen had called 911 to report that a white SUV driven by a black female had driven down the railroad tracks and was last seen traveling west on 4th Street from Center Street. Officers located a white Chevrolet SUV standing on Washington just south of 2nd Street with a flat driver's side tire and being driven by a black female. Officers activated their vehicle's emergency lights, initiating an investigatory stop on the traverse. On approach, officers made contact with the driver, who was later identified as Katrina Deanne Renee Patterson, date of birth 7/20 of 1999, as well as the sole other occupant. Ms. Patterson was evasive with officers, refused to identify herself, and denied having just driven on the tracks despite being in the direction that the vehicle left in, having a flat tire, and having grass and sticks stuck under the front of the vehicle. Ms. Patterson would later admit that she had driven on some train tracks, but claimed that they were located miles away. While speaking with the occupants, officers discovered in plain view a 12-ounce can of alcoholic Long Island iced tea Cutwater in the center console cup holder. Sergeant Paramo, also in full police uniform, then ordered Patterson to provide her identification due to the apparent infraction. Ms. Patterson, instead, put the vehicle in gear and sped off northbound at a high rate of speed. She disregarded a red signal, sped through the parking lot of the Royal Oak Middle School, through the subdivision, up an alley adjacent to Woodward, and directly through the doors of and into the Ulta beauty supply store located at 27844 Woodward. And I should note that the patrol vehicle, as it was chasing Miss Patterson, had both of its lights and sirens activated. The sole passenger jumped out of the vehicle while inside of the store, while Miss Patterson reversed and then drove forward multiple times. While reversing at a high rate of speed, Patterson turned the vehicle toward officers, causing them to jump out of the way to avoid being struck. She reversed into the marked patrol vehicle twice before driving into the store again and through several product stands before becoming stuck. Officers ordered Miss Patterson out of the vehicle, but she refused until Officer Little broke her window. After being placed under arrest and while being treated by the Royal Oak Fire Department for injuries, Officer Cole observed Patterson to display signs of intoxication, to include emitting a strong odor of intoxicants from her person, slurred and incoherent speech, and to have bloodshot and watery eyes. A search warrant was obtained and her blood was taken in accordance with it. The result of an analysis of that blood is pending. Ms. Patterson caused damage to the structure of the Ulta store, estimated to be over $20,000, and to the merchandise, estimated between $1,000 and $20,000. Royal Oak Patrol Vehicle 807 also suffered significant damage to the front. More accurate values will be supplied in the following days. All of the details of this case are recorded under Royal Oak Police Report number 2500-36526. And you have before you a 7-count complaint and warrant authorized by the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office, charging Ms. Patterson with fleeing in the 3rd degree, felony resisting or obstructing a police officer, twice assault with a dangerous weapon, malicious destruction of a building valued at $20,000 or more, malicious destruction of personal property valued at $1,000 or more but less than $20,000, and malicious destruction of police property.
I would leave them here for just in case.
Thank you.
But
Requisite proofs have been placed on the record to support all 7 counts in this matter. relative to the named defendant, Katrina Deanne Renee Patterson. I do recognize and therefore am witnessing your signature as has been previously placed on the complaint. And I'm signing the warrant as we speak.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I believe she's still in custody.
Yes, Your Honor, she is.
You don't have anyone in the jail.
Oh, that's, we get someone over there, but I don't have an attorney with it, so. You want to do it before or after?
If we can do the arraignment before noon, would you want to do it before noon?
Yes, Your Honor, if that would be perfect.
See if we can get a court officer to bring the electronic device to the lock-up.
Because right now, especially with the service.
Here we go.
Okay, we have Ms. Johnson, we have the Royal Jail, and we have Detective Roger this here. This is file 25-01843, people of the state of Michigan versus Katrina Deanne Renee Patterson.
Good afternoon, Teresa Johnson on behalf of and with Ms. Patterson. I don't see my client just yet. Okay, there we go. She is now on the screen. We are here via Zoom for an arraignment on charges. There, I think, are 7 of them. Fleeing and eluding third, RNO, FA, 2 counts, MDOB, $20,000 or more, MDOP, $1,000. Is it 1,000 to 20,000? Is that or is it the over 20,000?
On the building,
MDOP.
it was over 20, and I think on the property, it was 1,000.
Okay, thank you. And MDOP, a fire or police property. I did go over all of my client's charges with her and possible penalties with her on those charges. She does understand that because they're felony matters, she does have a right to have a preliminary exam within 14 to 21 days of today's date. And that she's going to have 2 dates that she'll have to come back for regarding this. I also advised her that she has a right to an attorney at public expense, and I know she has to fill out some paperwork, so I'm going to ask the court do that. We do
Well, her
acknowledge.
right to an attorney at public expense is conditional upon her being indigent.
Correct.
She doesn't have a right to an attorney at public expense. She has a right if she is not able to retain her own attorney.
To seek one. Yes, you are absolutely correct. And that's what I explained to her. And I was saying that she has to fill out the paperwork to make that determination. So she does understand that.
I want to make sure I didn't misadvise you. The malicious destruction of personal property was more than 1,000, but less than 20,000.
Okay, very good. Thank you. That's what I told her. I wrote down $1,000 or more, but less than 20. We do acknowledge receipt of all of those charges. All 7, waive formal reading, stay my client mute, ask the court to enter a not guilty plea on her behalf with regard to those charges. And I do have some things I'd like to address when it's appropriate for bond.
And you and Chair are consenting to conducting this hearing on the Zoom platform?
Yes, we are. Thank you.
Set a probable cause conference date. We have an address on Alden and Canton, Michigan. Is that a good address still?
That is not a good address. I'm going to go ahead. I did put her phone number in the chat. I haven't sent it yet. I'll go ahead and put her other contact information as well, her address and her and her email.
Okay. And is she requesting appointed counsel?
She is.
It's only 2 5s.
Thank you. So take out one of those 5s. I added too many.
Okay.
And her address.
I'm gonna have
Thank you for correcting that, Ms. Patterson.
that's
The
so
Alden,
it's
the Alden,
15,598.
Yes.
the Alden address is fine too. That's just a family address, so that's on my driver's license and stuff like that. But both addresses are good.
So the street is called Court Village Lane.
Those are apartments. And the address on Alden and Canton is the family address, so everybody in the family pretty much gets stuff sent there.
But the address in Taylor is where you reside?
Most of the time when I'm at home, yeah. I'm either there or at the family house. So both addresses are good.
I don't see a phone number.
It's the first portion of the text.
I see it. Thank you.
Doesn't let me stack it. I have to either push enter and it does it separately, or I tried to.
First, Detective Rougeau, do you want to speak to bond, sir?
Yes, Your Honor, if now is the appropriate time.
Please.
Thank you. Upon reviewing the complaint, I'm sure the court can understand this is a very complicated matter. There's a lot of offenses that are alleged here. It's my position that there is concern both for Ms. Patterson's appearance back into court, as well as the safety of the public pending. Fleeing and eluding in and of itself, it inherently is an offense that stipulates that somebody does not want to stop for the police. Not to mention that this allegation followed about a 15-20 minute conversation with officers at the side of the road. In addition to that, there was a passenger in the vehicle, multiple other vehicles on the road, thankfully not in the neighborhoods where this chase had gone to. And then the building in and of itself. There's also allegations of assault against the officers with the vehicle. Your Honor, I'm very, very concerned for the public's safety if and when Ms. Patterson is released. I would ask for a reasonable cash bond in this matter, as well as a GPS tether, so that we can ensure her appearance going forward.
Thank you. Ms. Johnson?
Thank you. I am going to be asking the court to consider something nominal, if not personal. I know that these offenses are very serious, and they're assaultive in nature by the fact that there's an FA, 2 counts of it, with her motor vehicle. But it's my understanding that there may have been some substance use involved. I don't know if it was alcohol. I'm not sure if it was drugs. But I will indicate to the court, based upon her prior contact with the courts, it seems like she does not have a problem showing up for court. I mean, she was given HIDA. The court indicated not once, but twice. She successfully completed both of those HIDA programs, whether it was probation. I don't know if there was any jail involved in either of those, but she successfully completed both of those. It's my understanding that the prior OWI in 2023, she successfully completed that. She is not currently on probation or parole to any court, it's my understanding. There may be a case outstanding in Westland that she has to pay money for, but I don't believe there's any failing to appear or failing to comply with judgment on that particular matter. She's a single mom of 2 children, a 4-year-old little boy, an 8-year-old little girl. She's a student in nursing school at OCC. She's due to begin to begin the Hondros nursing school in January after she finishes this semester at OCC. She works in a nursing home, and she also was supposed to start a new job at UPS to supplement her income because, like I said, she's a single mom. She does not have any objection if the court were to require her to test or abstain from drugs or alcohol. That was something we had a serious talk about. She is very remorseful. And if she was doing the things that are alleged in the complaint and warrant, I would surmise a lot of it had to do with her using substances that she should not have been using and making some really, really poor decisions. I don't think she's going to be a flight risk at all because of the fact that she has 2 children. She works full time. She has way too much to lose if she doesn't show up for court. She's got a lot going on that's positive. These charges are definitely serious, and the court may not believe that a personal bond is appropriate. The only reason I would ask the court to consider it is because she just doesn't have the income to pay for a cash bond. I'd ask that if the court were going to give her a tether, I don't think that would be a problem. Definitely an alcohol tether would be something she would be willing to do as well. But I do believe that she will come back to court. She understands what's going on now as opposed to what she was doing out on the road. So I just ask the court to take that into consideration when meeting out what you believe is appropriate. Thank you.
The concept of a person always appearing in court when they're supposed to, on one hand, sounds meritorious, and on the other hand, we have to address the need to appear in court. But 5 times, 5 cases, very young age, and there's 2 little kids. Now were these kids with her?
No, they were with their dads. They were supposed to come home yesterday evening, but I was here.
There was just an adult male passenger, Your Honor.
The purpose of a bond, Ms. Patterson, is not designed to punish somebody before trial. It's twofold in nature: to ensure that the person appears and to ensure the safety of the public pending.
I'm not running. I
Well,
will.
ma'am, you are best served if you let your attorney speak for you, because anything you say in court can be used against you in the future. I don't want you to make any admissions. Now, as we look at we start from the process, or from the position that we'll start at a personal bond, and then we have to look at reality. And I can tell you that this court cannot determine that your release on a personal bond would reasonably ensure your appearance, because you went to great measures to avoid the police. We're talking about a police chase. We're talking about efforts after you were driving in a building to drive out of the building over policemen, police officers. And we have to address, I don't think a personal bond would in any way provide that your release would not present a danger to the public. I think your release is a danger to the public. I have to look at a number of factors in making that decision. These factors include prior criminal record. We've got a recent OUIL. We can include juvenile offenses, so we can certainly look at HIDAs. The record of appearance or non-appearance at such proceedings, or flight to avoid prosecution. Well, you're charged with a flight to avoid prosecution. History of substance abuse, there is. The seriousness of the offense charged. The presence of or absence of threats, well, you were certainly a threat. And the probability of conviction and likely sentence. These are serious charges. The facts, as I have been led to understand, that exist would certainly not go lightly there. The ties to the community didn't have you at home after midnight. I think in order to make sure that you get to court, there will be no release until such time as a GPS tether is affixed to your body. While you're on this bond, you may not use alcohol. You may not use marijuana. You may not illicitly use any drug or controlled substance. There will be an alcohol tether affixed to your body prior to release. You'll have pretrial service supervision. Drug testing will be every 2 weeks. Call that twice a month. While you're on this bond, you may not purchase a firearm, you may not possess a firearm, you may not carry a firearm.
If I don't have,
The conduct with which you are charged posed a serious risk to the health and safety of the general public, to the police officers specifically, or anyone that had the misfortune of being in the building you drove through. And this chase began from a stationary position. This was a decision to go on your part that appears to have been made after an extended conversation with the officers. You're still in the car. Bond in this matter is $50,000, cash surety, no 10%.
so $50,000 has to be paid in order for me to be released today.
No, ma'am, that's not what I said. It's $50,000 cash or surety, no 10%. We're done.
What does that, what does that mean? Cash or surety?
Magistrate Chisholm, am I able to go back in a breakout room just to explain that to her real quick?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
You give her a signal, we'll move you to breakout room 2. That way she'll see the signal.
Join 2?
Please.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Anything further for me?
I think that'll do it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Woo! $50,000. That's a chunk of change. And although I believe they can go through a bondsman, they can get surety, right? They can either go through a bondsman or put a home, if you have enough equity in your home, up for collateral. I'm not exactly sure how that works. Never gone through it, so I don't really know. But yeah, she was on a mayhem spree. And it is lucky that people weren't on the road, you know, that the roads weren't crowded, that there was nobody at the school that she drove through, and that there was nobody shopping. That maybe she wanted to get the early discounts, and that's why she went there. I don't know. I mean, did she pass out? Not know where she was going? I mean, why did she try to drive through the Ulta Beauty? That's just crazy. And she so badly wants to get out, but I don't think she expected $50,000. I think she expected a personal bond. I'm sorry. You don't get a personal bond when you do something like that. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you another time.